If silver jumps to $100 an ounce, will you be ready? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, just to start off this evening, I will be presenting none other than, of course, everybody watched the debate the other night. And I find this to be very, very appropriate for his haters and for his fans. The first and only police booking picture of a U.S. president, the Donald Trump mugshot silver round. What I really am impressed by on these coins, on these rounds, should I say, is the averse. And on the averse of these mugshot rounds, we see the White House. And I mean, the White House looks awesome, very imperial, very patriotic, very American. You know, such a tragedy, right, that they put this man under attack. But we have to understand that the ruling class, the elites, they run America now. We're not being run by a bunch of rich farmers, a bunch of rich bureaucrats like in the old days. We're being run by tycoons, by billionaires, by, I mean, literally the ruling class, people who have been handed centuries of information. So we go back to the reverse, my favorite part, of course, and we have an image of the replica of the actual mugshot of the former president that was released on August 24th, 2023. So literally, I mean, just a little over a year ago. Literally, just over, a little over a year ago. History was made in August 2023 as Donald Trump became the first U.S. president with a mugshot. The former president, along with 18 associates, were indicted by a Georgia grand jury for alleged attempts to overrun the results of the 2020 election. A little over a week after the indictment, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office released the now infamous mugshot shortly after Trump turned himself in. So very, very epic U.S. president, former U.S. president, as epic as it gets. So really love that coin. That's why I'm featuring it this evening. And before I continue, I want to give a quick shout out to my always loyal subscriber. This is Veritas Files, a comment from the other night. I'll be relying mostly on gold for monthly bills and larger purchases, but I will supplement my gold with silver for day-to-day purchases and activities. I will not be relying on the things that have massive counterparty risk that are tied to the modern power grid, our current or future fiat financial system, the bank system, or tyrannical government. This leaves a reliance on CBDCs other than fiat and crypto out of the picture entirely. Beyond that, it will be my preparations, my family, and my circle of friends that will ultimately keep me afloat. And of course, the base of what I will be relying on, the reason that I'm doing all that I do in this area as I face the future, is my faith in Jesus Christ. I have no hope apart from his sacrifice, and if I ever fail to rely on the truth, I will have lost everything for nothing. Keep preparing and stacking. Phenomenal comment right there from Veritas Files. Veritas Files, I consider him a young man. He disclosed to me that he is in his mid-40s, has children just like me, is married just like me, has a career, and has built himself a very, very, a very blessed foundation from what he has told me. He is making it happen. He has made it happen. And very soon he can probably retire if he already does not have the ability to retire. So phenomenal comment right there from Veritas Files, folks. But to be more relevant, the global economic landscape is giving clear signs that now is the time to be stacking silver. When I see the current administration's economic policies, I can't help but feel uneasy. The way things are going, it's not far-fetched to imagine silver hitting $100 an ounce. Biden's policies, especially the reckless spending and the increasing national debt, are pushing us closer to a tipping point. Inflation is eating away at the value of the dollar, and in times like these, silver has historically proven to be a safe haven. And I can tell you this from firsthand experience from the ongoing recession we've been in these last 4 years. The geopolitical shift driven by the BRICS nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is something we can't argue. These countries are challenging the U.S.'s economic dominance, and if they succeed, it will lead to significant changes in global financial systems. This isn't just a theoretical discussion, it's happening in real time. The BRICS are looking to establish a new currency backed by precious metals, which will undermine the dollar's position as the world's reserve currency. If that happens, silver's value will skyrocket as people seek alternatives to fiat currencies. Moreover, there's growing sense of unease about the stability of the banking system. We've seen recent bank failures and rising concerns about a potential cash crisis. And personally, I have been very worried about this. That's why I've been taking money out of my dividends, and my only safe haven is literally my precious metals, my gold, my silver. Even though I look at my crypto account every day, I cannot rely on that because one day to the next, the same way the banks fail, my crypto fails. It's all digital. It's all funny money. It's all made up. But what I physically hold, that will move me forward. That will move your family forward. In this environment, holding physical silver is not just a smart investment, it's a necessity. Silver is tangible. It's universally recognized, and it's been a trusted store of value for thousands of years, since the biblical days, before the biblical days. And is there even a time before that? Unlike cash, which can be devalued overnight, or stocks, which can crash in an instant, silver holds its value over time, especially during financial crisis. The rising debt levels across the board, from personal debt to national debt, we're living in a time where debt is being piled on like never before, and it's creating a bubble that will eventually burst. When that happens, those who are stacking silver, not debt, stacking silver, not debt, will be the ones who come out on top. Silver is not just a hedge against inflation, it's a hedge against the entire financial system collapsing under the weight of its own excesses. So, pay attention, folks, and start putting your money where it actually matters. Thank you so much for joining us for another evening of Silver Dad Knows. God bless you, God bless your household, and God bless America.